Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here. I figured that with this weekend's release of Avengers Endgame and it just dominating the box office, I figured I'd go back to doing these comparison videos. And I know I've been teasing it for a while, but I want to do an Iron Man Tony Stark one. It is in the works. I'm trying to do something a little unique for that, so just trying to figure that out. But in the meantime, we're going to look at all of the Thanos figures that we've gotten in the past. And this is all the way back from the Mighty Micros and the other past Avengers sets. So we're going to look at them all real quick and we're going to compare them, and I'm going to say which one is probably my favorite. So yeah, let's jump into things and take a look at them. Here is the Mighty Micros version of Thanos. And I think Micro Fighter, Mighty Micro, I can always get them confused from Star Wars. So I'm probably going to go back and forth saying it. But anyways, here is that little cartoony version of him with a smile on his face, and yeah, it's very interesting. He's got the Ninjago neck attachment piece there in gold. I really don't have a lot of these, so it's interesting to get here. His helmet is printed on there with some gold printing, and he does have colored eyes just like the big figures versions of him. And I like the little color of his hand and like his skin. It just looks really cool, and it's nice to get here. It's not very common, so it's cool to see here. The gauntlet is very weak. Of course, it's just the regular gauntlet piece that you get all the time. Taking the neck attachment piece off, you can see how far the printing goes there. It's very basic. Again, that's very similar to what all of the other versions of the Mighty Micros, Micro Fighters, whatever one it is, of the figures were. Very cartoony and everything. So yeah, not too much going on there. Very basic, but you still get Thanos, especially, you know, with him smiling, which I love a lot. Here is Thanos from the Avengers Assemble TV show wave of sets, and this is the one that came with the Avenjet. And this is actually the first ever version of Thanos that we're getting. This is actually a new mold for the big figure. He has this new, I guess, torso attachment, also a new head molding with the helmet there that you'll see reused in the other two figures. I've never really noticed this before, and maybe it's just something that's happened with age, but it's like fading, or like the dark blue has molded into the gold, and it's created like this light, I don't know, this light bluish kind of effect there. I do really like his skin color there. Like this is very much a comic book version of Thanos. There was no Infinity Gauntlet back then, and he just has like the big figure hands in gold for both of them. He does have some nice dual molding there for his legs. I really like that. And the torso print there is pretty cool as well. I really love big figures, and I wish that we did get more of them more frequently, but there's no back printing or anything like that. There's no printing either on his helmet, just on the head and here. And he is, of course, smiling again, so love seeing that. And also he has blue eyes, which is very different than a lot of the other big figures that we get. I previously said that he's actually dual molded, and it's not that. It's actually painted. So I think that's what the problem is up there, because if you take the arm out, you can see here that it's just dark blue painted on top of a gold body. So this whole thing here is gold. It's not even dual molded. It's actually just colored on top. Here is the Avengers Infinity War Thanos, or Butter Knife Thanos, as I like to call him. So we found out recently that the butter knife was in concept art and everything, and we saw it last year for Infinity War, but you only ever see it show up until this movie. You've seen it in a couple trailers and stuff like that. But it is, of course, missing the other side because it's perfectly balanced, as all things should. So yeah, very strange, but yeah, it's an interesting inclusion here. Of course, you do get the gauntlet piece. In the set that he comes in, you only get the Reality Stone. That's actually the only set that it has ever come in. And you also get, of course, an extra hand there that you can sub out for the gauntlet. But of course, when you're displaying it, come on, what are you going to use? You're going to use that hand, or you're going to have him wearing the gauntlet, the epic gauntlet. So again, I like this coloring, by the way. That purple is just, it's so, stark, I guess. It's very bright, and I like it. It stands out against a lot of Lego's normal color palette. Also, look at that printing. Look at that texture on there. It's fantastic. Also, you can see how it reminisces a bunch of the Chitauri armor as well, which I really appreciate. The only thing, of course, the biggest complaint that everyone has with this figure is the helmet, and he should be bald here. I don't know, it's a bit of a letdown, but I wish that we did get a new mold for him, because unfortunately he's using the same mold from the Avengers Assemble set. No back printing or anything like that, but I do really like this version a lot. I like his facial expression as well. Having him angry is a good change of pace with the other two smiling Thanoses that we got beforehand. Here is the Hammer Thanos from Avengers Endgame. Like, I don't know. I can't really, I don't want to talk about too much about what's going on here with, like, in terms of the stones that he's using and in terms of the accessory that he has here, but he's got a hammer piece, and like I said in my Avengers compound review, I don't like that it rotates. I love that arm printing. Look at that, just the armor printing just looks epic there, and the torso printing as well. It doesn't have like a texture like the other one does, but this just looks amazing. Thanos, just look at that smile. Like, that just, it feels like it's ripped straight out from the movie and thrown in here like perfectly balanced, as all things should. And of course the other arm has that printing as well carried over. Nothing on the back there, but if you do look at the top, this one I think fits more of him wearing the armor, because in all the trailers and stuff you see him wearing it, and it feels like Thanos. Just look at the printing quality comparatively on that helmet. It just looks so much more detailed, and it's just such an upgrade, I'd say, comparatively to the other one. In this set, though, you do only get 2 of the Infinity Stones, which is the Time Stone and the Power Stone. So you'd have to go out and get all the other stones, if, I guess, bricklinking it or buying it elsewhere on eBay. All right, everyone, I hope that you enjoyed this comparison video. It was interesting to look back at the Thanos back in the Avengers Assemble TV show version, and the Mighty Micro. Totally forgot about that one. But anyways, everyone, which one was your favorite out of the 4? Let me know also which comparison video you want to see me do next. I know, of course, Iron Man, but maybe you want to see Black Widow or Thor or Hawkeye even. There's a lot that I can do, so I'd love to be able to bring more content and do other comparison videos, because I think that this is a lot of fun. So yeah, let me know down below which ones you guys want to see me do next and which ones you enjoyed. Hope that you all enjoyed the video. I hope that you have a great day, and I will see you all in the next one.